Coming up on Winthrop Close Up, the city of Rock Hill is seeing major developments that you need to know about.
Plus, exploring racial differences. Up next on Winthrop Close Up.
Welcome to Winthrop Close Up. I'm Tabitha Corley.
And I'm Jerryon Manning. A unique and one-of-a-kind community is sprouting up in Rock Hill. I set out to bring you more about the growth at the Riverwalk. The Riverwalk has slowly turned into prime real estate and is still growing into what will soon be one of Rock Hill's main attractions.
Well, Riverwalk is an outstanding, healthy living community concept with homes and businesses and certainly physical activity amenities.
The Assured group of developers approached the city of Rock Hill around 2005 after they closed on the 1,004 acres of land.
It took us 2 years to complete the demolition and clean up of the property. And during that time period, we entered into a public-private partnership with the city of Rock Hill.
2.5 mile trail along the river. We had a canoe kayak launch. We developed a velodrome, we developed an open green space, mountain biking trails, and we've also just opened, and one we're real excited about is the Novant Health BMX Supercross track.
This area provides what the city likes to call a live, work, play type of environment. And there's definitely an emphasis on the play.
As we move over the next 2 or 3 years are some of these world-class events that we've been able to attract already. And the big one is scheduled for July of 2017, and it will be the BMX World Championships. It will attract over 3,000 BMX riders from 45 different countries.
The completion of this project is on about a 7 to 10 year build out from now, but it's looking to be a very good addition to the city. If you'd like more information about the Riverwalk, connect with us on Facebook.
Cool. The Riverwalk area isn't the only place seeing change. Winthrop University is searching to find its 11th president. Deborah Broad is the standing president after the termination of Dr. Jane Marie Comstock. The trustee board decided that R. William Funk and Associates will be the firm to find potential candidates. The firm is known as the guru of higher education by the Chronicle of Higher Education.
We evaluated what schools they have sort of been involved with and the retention rates as far as the presidents and vice presidents that those particular firms have placed. And we feel that William Funk and Associates had the best credentials.
The firm has placed staff at Clemson University and the University of South Carolina. To voice your opinion, attend the Council of Student Leader meetings every Monday at 7 o'clock in Diggs 114.
Many are familiar with the United States' two major national parties, the Republicans and the Democrats, but maybe not as familiar with some of the third group parties. Reporter Rachel Richardson is visiting a politician from the American Party who was at Winthrop University, informing students about her position and encouraging all to vote.
I'm here with Winthrop University's Young Americans organization, who are rallying for the American Party candidate, Jill Bossy.
We decided that we were going to start the Winthrop Young Americans to inform Winthrop students as well as be able to hold events like today so we could help further the word to the community and anybody else that is around.
Running against Tim Scott and Joyce Dickerson, Jill Bossy was concerned with ethical issues in government as well as term limits.
Like many of you, I was a disenfranchised and very disgusted voter, and I was ready to throw in the towel. I was fed up with the Republicans and the Democrats.
Jill Bossy hopes to establish new implementations if she were to make it to the U.S. Senate, including things like new jobs for the middle class, as well as economic issues.
Economy and jobs are top on my list of issues that we need to grapple with in Washington, D.C.
Bossy expressed her belief in Americans knowing their politicians their platforms, and demonstrating the right to vote.
It's a responsibility that we have as Americans to exercise our right to vote.
The Department of Political Science at Winthrop University is committed to ideological neutrality and nonpartisanship. So we have an open invitation to candidates from any and all parties.
The American Party might be small, but they're campaigning hard in their race to the U.S. Senate. Rachel Richardson, Winthrop Close Up.
Now that you know more about the American Party, tweet us about your political opinion at Winthrop Close Up.
Election day is approaching, and Winthrop University is motivating students to get out and vote. The Council of Student Leaders teamed up with several organizations on campus for a voter registration drive. Planners hope to raise awareness about the importance of elections.
The smaller elections are the most important elections. You have to have a representative that's going to represent your viewpoints to take it to the higher Congress.
The voter registration drive not only helps students register to vote, but also walk them through the process of what documentation they will need at the polls.
Have you considered taking classes abroad? Our reporter brings you a story from Costa Rica.
And what you need to know about the return of a popular dance craze right after this.
Thanks for staying with us. The domestic violence cases surrounding pro athletes like Ray Rice, Greg Hardy, Jeffrey Taylor, and Hope Solo are drawing attention to a very important issue. Reporter Gabrielle Franklin shows us how Winthrop students can handle issues of domestic violence.
I would say with college students, the most important thing is to have a support system, whether it's friends, whether it's family, someone that you can call and someone that you can connect with.
Sandra Gwines is the president of Pearl Charlotte, a nonprofit organization for those who face situations of domestic violence. Gwines, a survivor of domestic violence, says encouragement is key for college students in abusive situations.
Being on a campus away from family and away from friends and people that we know and trust can lead us to be even more engulfed in these relationships because we feel like this is our only source, our only person, our only support system.
Pearl Charlotte is open to anyone who is looking for a support group and interested in art therapy. One huge resource that Winthrop offers is the Office of Victims Assistance located at 204 Crawford Hall. Here, students can find plenty of helpful resources about domestic violence and set up a meeting with the specialist who can provide further counseling and support. Director of Student Conduct, Anthony Davis, who is a former NFL running back, respectively declined to comment on the domestic violence issues surrounding NFL players, but he did stress the importance of Winthrop students using on-campus resources.
If something doesn't feel right or they're feeling like something's going on that's not right or shouldn't be happening, then they need to talk to someone and get help.
No matter what your situation, help is out there. Gabrielle Franklin, Winthrop Close Up.
October is observed as Domestic Violence Awareness Month. Pearl Charlotte will be hosting a gala exhibit and silent auction on October 18th. For more information, visit our Facebook page.
Question Bridge turns experience of Black men into a meaningful conversation. Winthrop University will be one of the 6 schools to participate in the project this fall. As a part of an exhibition commemorating the 50th anniversary of integration on Winthrop's campus, Question Bridge is an art project that redefines the identity of Black males in America. Black men from all walks of life share parts of their story.
The participants are self-identified Black males, and they were asked a variety of questions, and they come from various demographics in terms of economic, political, social, and asked various questions that you don't hear about in public.
Question Bridge is located in the Elizabeth Patrick Dunlap Gallery on Winthrop's campus. The exhibit will be open to the public until November 14th.
Diverse backgrounds and cultures are being celebrated in Rock Hill. National Race Equality Week is the city's way of highlighting different cultures in our area with dance, food, and lots of dialogue. Performances included modern pop dance styles, as well as culturally specific presentations.
I think events like this are important because they show what's out there in cultures. because like it's just not this one culture or this one culture.
Even children enjoyed learning about the various cultures. African American, Native American, Hispanic, Latino, and several others were all represented at this event.
Local schools are working with police to prevent bullying. The Tegakay Police Department hosted the forum for parents, students, and teachers. The purpose of the event was to educate those in attendance about what bullying is and how to prevent it. Although there may be a rise in bullying, people are becoming aware of it.
I think there's a good and bad rise. I think there's a rise possibly in bullying, but there also seems to be a rise in the awareness of bullying, which can lend to the term bullying being used more.
The Tegakay Police Department hopes to bring in more people as they continue to host these information sessions throughout the schools. Your next semester, hosts will talk about peer pressure.
Up next, we'll bring you an update about a Winthrop student who faces violence back at home.
Plus, same-sex couples are one step closer to tying the knot, how a high court ruling could impact nearly a dozen states.
Welcome back to Winthrop Close Up. I'm Gabrielle Franklin in the CNN News Center. As the crisis in Ukraine escalates, reporter Chris Gaitan finds out how one Winthrop student finds their escape from the violence.
One year since the protests raged in Kiev, which began the crisis in the Ukraine.
Currently, I have no idea if I will be able to come back home because it's not safe. So my parents don't live in Donetsk anymore. They left and they had to hide from the pro-Russian militants.
Alina Sopizhok is a member of the women's volleyball team and is from Donetsk, where most of the fighting is happening. Despite the violence back home, she says that volleyball is her escape from it all.
I see what's going on back home, but volleyball helps me a lot to stay away from it, just to keep my thoughts away from bad things that are going back home.
Volleyball. It seems like such an easy escape. Head coach Bruce Atkinson says that Sopizhok's problems off the court haven't slowed her down at all on the court.
Just a very dependable player. You know, she is someone who we know will get her kills each night. We know she's going to get a certain number of digs every night, and so you know, we can set a lot of our goals around her.
It's great to see that Alina has found her fit with the Lady Eagles.
We've enjoyed having her on the team, and you know, I'd love to have 10 more Alinas.
Chris Gaitan, Winthrop Close Up.
To see Alina Sopizhok and the Lady Eagles in action, go to the Winthrop website for more information. Life overseas largely depends on where you are. Reporter Leslie Brown brings her story of studying abroad in Costa Rica.
It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, but choosing where to study abroad is only the beginning. One top destination, Costa Rica, has students live with a family and attend Veritas University.
A host family made my experience so much better. I did not expect to have such a comfortable place to stay. I did not expect to have such a warm, comfy home that feels like my home now.
There are a variety of courses for Spanish majors and minors to take. We have a strong Spanish program where the students can take Spanish from the basic level to advanced. They can take classes such as Latin American literature, Spanish literature, translation, or the linguistics of pronunciation.
And if you don't study or speak Spanish, that's okay too.
We have environmental sciences classes where students can take courses like tropical and marine biology or different courses of the ecosystem. We also have medical Spanish and a health sciences program that is very popular. One student waited until his senior year to go abroad. He says his experience was one to remember.
I learned so much about myself, learned how to be independent, and learned that, you know, how much other things exist, I guess, outside of my culture.
Their lives were impacted in the matter of just 3 months. I'm Leslie Brown, Winthrop Close.
If you're interested in studying in Costa Rica or any country, visit the International Center at 218 Dinkins. A 19-year-old from Chicago is in federal custody after being accused of trying to join ISIS. According to a criminal complaint, Muhammad Hamza Khan wrote a letter to his parents saying that he was on his way to join ISIS and even booked a flight to Istanbul. Khan was stopped before takeoff. He's accused of aiding a foreign terrorist organization. The U.S. Supreme Court declared that it is staying out of the same-sex marriage debate. It's a decision that could clear the way for same-sex marriages in 11 states, including North and South Carolina. An update on the Ebola crisis. President Obama announced the U.S. is working on protocols for additional passenger screening.
I consider this a top national security priority. This is an issue about our safety. It is also an issue with respect to the political stability and economic stability of this region.
A nurse in Spain has tested positive for the Ebola virus. This is the first known case to have been contracted outside of West Africa. Another ailment is on the horizon. Flu season is in full swing. Reporter Damon Mack shows us how you can protect yourself.
Influenza is a serious virus that can lead to hospitalization and sometimes even death. So what is the most effective way to protect yourself?
The flu vaccine is the best way to prevent the flu this season.
Flu vaccines have been offered, but seemingly it's the last thing on some people's minds.
No, I've never had a flu shot. I never thought it was necessary to have one.
Or maybe you're one of the lucky ones who rarely get sick.
No, I have never had a flu shot because my mom wasn't really concerned with us getting a flu shot, and I've never had the flu, so I just didn't feel that it was important.
As a student at Winthrop, it's all up to you to take advantage of your resources. Visit the Health and Counseling Services in Crawford Hall.
We are offering 4 flu clinics in the month of October, and we encourage you to come. The nominal fee is $25, and it will be charged to your Winthrop account.
Damon Mack, Winthrop Close Up.
To get the dates for the remaining flu shot clinics, visit our Facebook page today. A person with the flu can be contagious from the day before. They show symptoms to 7 days after getting sick. The spread of the flu could happen in a variety of public areas. Taking precautions to keep yourself healthy not only helps you, but also helps those around you.
Be sure not to get your roommates infected and as well as others around you. And make sure you wash your hands multiple times a day.
Also, make sure to disinfect your home. Get plenty of rest and eating right are also ways to prevent the flu. This wraps up the CNN News Report. Let's take it back to Jerion and Tabitha in the newsroom.
Thanks, Gabrielle. Coming up on Winthrop Close Up, feel the beat of the returning of a dance style.
And how one little girl is making a big impression.
Welcome to Arts and Entertainment. I'm Chris Gaitan. The swing dance era was popular during the early 1930s. Since dying down, reporter Leslie Brown takes us back to the 30s.
Swing dancing dates back to the 1920s as a simple dance. After it started gaining popularity in the 1930s, it evolved into many different forms. Here on Winthrop's campus, the year-old Swing Dance Club teaches students how to do it, decades after its prime. Emily Gill, president of the club and lover of swing dance, says she created the club because one didn't exist.
I came here to Rock Hill. There wasn't anything except something that was really inconvenient in Charlotte. So I met Morgan and we decided why not make our own.
Once a month, students can come and learn some of the basics.
When we come, we just start with a lesson and we go through 9 or 10 basic steps.
After the lesson, students tried it on their own.
Philip McDonald, a student who has been a member for only a month, says he loves this club.
Swing dancing is really interactive and active, which is something I enjoy, and so it's just, honestly, it's a great way to talk to people and have fun dancing while doing it.
Even if you aren't great at swing dancing, or you think you're a terrible dancer, swing dancing, you can pick up on it just like that.
Despite popular belief, Gil says it's easy to learn and the on-campus club is a great way to start.
It's fun and easy. Everybody says, oh, I don't know how. We're here to teach you. It's totally for beginners.
With every step, the Winthrop Swing Dance Club is trying to bring swing dancing back. I'm Leslie Brown, Winthrop Close Up.
The Swing Dance Club meets once a month and is open to everyone. The Antioch International Church has started a new family-friendly way to get out of the house. Every Tuesday from 6 to 10 p.m., families come to what the Fort Mill Church calls the River Tree Cafe and enjoys free cupcakes, coffee, and Wi-Fi.
That people can come, they can get to know people, they can develop friendships with one another, laugh together, cry together if necessary, but it's just so important that we get that back, that community of caring for one another. So I ask God to speak louder.
In addition to coffee and conversation, parents can leave their children downstairs in the supervised play area. So if you're tired of just sitting on the couch Tuesday nights, consider going to the River Tree Cafe. That ends this week's Arts and Entertainment. Back to you in the newsroom.
Thanks, Chris. Helping others in our community is something we strive to do here at Winthrop University.
And that's not all, Jerion. Younger members of our community are helping too. Cameron McAllister is only 7 years old, but she's helping children her age in a major way. Instead of gifts at her birthday party, she asked her guests to bring bike helmets to donate to the Children's Attention Home in Rock Hill.
I think I have too much stuff, and I want them to have something.
Cameron collected about a dozen helmets and took them to the Children's Attention Home, where they will be given to children recovering from child abuse.
That's it for this week's Winthrop Close Up.
As always, connect with us on your favorite social media sites.
We'll see you next week for another Winthrop Close Up.